So I can give you a rundown of the buttons I use and what they're used for.
Sure, give me 1 second. I'm just getting my access commands. That way I don't randomly input, like, collective or something.
Well, I mean, from up there you won't have the ability to unless you have control of the helicopter.
Right, but I gotta make sure I'm ready for that.
Yeah. That's why I just bound it to the HOTAS, so I could realistically just fly and shoot from the front seat.
Radar.
Back seat wouldn't have to do a damn thing. Now, if they could get you to do that on the F-14, that would actually convince me to learn.
Sweet.
That would convince me to learn how to fly Rio.
Yeah, I've never set foot in the back seat of that, even though I've got tons of time in the front.
Yep, same. Just let me know when you're ready for essential keybinds. I don't know what they have on your thingy dingy or whatever they tell you to, but
It's essentially like an Xbox controller.
well, yeah, I understand that part. What I'm saying is, I don't know.
Oh, on the sheet I'm looking at?
Yeah, I don't know what it has for what.
Here, I'll send it to you.
Because I know what essentials I use, but I don't know what they consider essential.
Yeah, I'll send it. I try to keep my keybinds like the same as most like tutorials say, because I fly so much different shit. I gotta be able to pull it up and be like, oh, that's what this is.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So that's the template that I got. I think I got it from Kelso.
Oh god, excuse me, I'm trying to exercise the demon here. Okay. Got your slave up there. LFRD trigger second. What? Weapon trigger second. What? The lower one confuses me. How do you swap between the two?
Not sure.
It doesn't show how you do that, because I see two different configurations for the same type of buttons. And for all those site selectors, you only need two. Let me be honest, I don't know what site selector link does.
Dodge 5, passing waypoint 2 at 2,900.
Let's see, for me, I just have two different site selectors, and I have that for a two-way switch. I've got my WASs, I've got the slave, I've got the linear motion compensator, I've got my, where the hell do I have it on here? LFRD trigger first and second, detent selected. And transition between DTV and IR. And then I just have like a mini stick on my joystick that I use for the cursor. Or I guess manual track. Yeah, manual track, because the cursor's for the display. Manual track is for your TDAC, should be.
interesting. I can't like change the inversion on one of the slew controllers.
Really?
Yeah, it was just for like the like that little TAS controller you could use to like slew around and hot select things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think that's all I needed from flight. Now to do the TDAC.
I gotcha. Yeah, I just had to work with what controls I want to wear that worked best for me, and offset 2 of my throttle hat switches that are now starting to fail, god damn it.
I'm trying to figure out where it says the axis commands for the TDAC.
That is going to be your right hand grip manual track controllers.
Ah, I got it. And that's to slew the camera around for that thing?
For the TADs, yep.
10 o'clock. Searching.
It actually kind of works, because now that I looked at it, I've got 2 of these little tiny slew joystick things. One's on the throttle, one's on the stick. And it says the left hand grip is for the LHG cursor controller, and the manual track controller is on the right side. Blah 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 blah.
Okay, I got the cursor, now for the field of view.
So the ones for like a far zoom out, the far zoom out is going to be W for wide. The all the way zoom in is going to be Z for zoom. So I have those on a 4-way hat, and obvious, you know, 4 zoom in, and back is going to be wide. And the other 2 you got narrow and medium, and those are just 2 different zoom levels in between those. But if I want to zoom out real quick and zoom in real quick, then that's what I know, just up and down.
Alright, so what's man track YX?
Well, that's your manual track Y-axis. So slowing up, down, left, and right on your TADs.
Which is that in the axis commands area?
It's gonna be RHG, right hand grip. It's called RHG Manual Track Controller X and Y axes.
Okay, so I have that. So what's cursor Y, cursor X then? I'm assuming, is that just the cursor?
That's just the cursor for your display.
Oh, okay. So I can just do that. So that's left hand grip controller, yeah?
Yep. Slew mode applied directly to the crash site.
Alright, right hand grip slave button, I assume is one that I need.
The slave button? Yeah.
Rotor RPM
on this thing.
Top bit centered or set up.
Go ahead and top her off. Alright, let's put some things back on this thing.
This is a problem.
What's that?
You're too far away from the part to be refueled.
Ah.
I guess I'm gonna have to move this over.
Yeah, you can pick us up while I figure this out. I think I'm almost done. I'm ignoring the FCR portion for now.
Yeah,
Mainly because I can't figure out how to fucking get a modifier with the controller. It's not giving me that as an option.
Yeah, I haven't, since it's not implemented, I haven't worried or bothered with it. I suppose it helps if we don't have our parking brake on. It still won't move forward? Hello.
It's hard to get the ground taxi. Check your... Yeah, it stays glued a little bit. Shit, so I gotta figure out how to bind the site selects at the moment, considering they don't want to listen to me. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, settle down, settle down.
How do you add a... You can't add a modifier with a controller, can you? Modifiers can only be a specific thing.
I think so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't use controllers.
Urgh. Actually, I have an idea. Oh man, one of the keybinds on my controller is the fucking... Oh.
Okay, my tail wheel will not relock. Okay, whatever.
You have to move for a second, like go in a straight line and it'll do it.
Apparently not enough. Fuck it. I'll just have to see if I can do it in midair.
Raj, 1 second. Wait, it's called.
Rotor RPM low. 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 Rotor RPM low.
Go ahead and top her off. Alright, let's put some things back on this thing.
There we go.
Copy.
Well, I don't know that it's going to work smoothly, but we'll give it a shot.
Now I can tell you what buttons you're gonna need for what. Hellfire's is pretty straightforward. Make sure you have a button for your messer arm, or unless you want to click it on the screen.
So is there a trick? Do I have to unlock the TADs or something in order to slew it around?
You have to set your primary source to TADs, yeah. By default, it's set to your IHAT, so you just have to hit the selector switch to TADs. There you go. And then you're going to want your linear motion compensator for whenever we get in the air and you want to keep something held in place. Because otherwise there is no ground or point track or area track, so the sensor will drift a bit. But if you hit the LMC and don't move the LMC, it'll stay in place. If you slew the LMC while you have it in that position, it'll start accelerating your sensor slew from whichever direction you're pushing it, and it will continue accelerating until you let it go, which can be a pain in the ass if you don't realize it's happening. So usually what I do once I destroy a target or something like that, I'll turn off the LMC, let the sensor move the sensor over to my next target, let it drift into a perfect position, and hit the LMC again to stabilize it, lock it in place. It's even more a pain in the ass if the target is moving. I'll tell you, that's really a pain trying to kill a moving target. So I just wait for shit to stop moving, or kill stationary targets. How to set your cursor, or set my IHATs to see where your cursor is looking.
On the TADs page, you'll see where it says at position, AQ or ACQ in the bottom right. Just turn that to TADs.
It's there, but my IHATs is not showing that.
Oh, that's because I think I fucked up and I'm now in TV mode rather than TADs. I hit a button.
Well, it'll still show me where the TADs is looking. It does look like you have it slaved to something though. So if you switch it back to your IHATs or something like that, you'll have to swap it back over to TADs as your primary so you can slew it again. If you ever try to slew your TADs and realize it's not working, you gotta hit your TAD select. Right now I see it slaved.
I think I see it.
I see it.
Radar. 5 o'clock.
Cool.
Searching.
And, okay, so some stuff that's not covered in the controls or keybinds of that. What you can do is you can also have the TAD's slave acquisition set to PHS, I think is what it's called, the pilot helmet sight. So if I say I see something and I'm looking at it, you can hit the slave button and the TADs will slew to what I'm looking at.
Okay. Now I'm trying to figure out how to. I think I turned it into a crazy mode. I can't see a goddamn thing.
You slaved it to fixed.
No, I mean like it's all bright green. I like changed it to TV mode. rather
yeah.
than clear.
Yeah, so when you're in TADS mode, you really can't use your IHADs, so I would hide your IHADs. Unless you really like being disoriented by looking wherever the hell you want, but the TADS is just looking wherever you select. I just disable it and look at it from the screen. So easiest way to select and deselect the IHADs is just hit I.
Yeah, I got that. Okay. Alright, well, I think this is as good as it's gonna get.
Okay, so symbology purposes, you'll notice that the tape up at the top where it shows the direction of the helicopter, it will never show you where your TADS is looking, unfortunately. But you will have an empty caret up there that will show what offset from that course is where your TAD's looking. Also, you should have like a full arrow that should show you where the pilot is looking offset.
Yep, I see that.
Yep, so you can see that going left to right now. Do you know how to work the laser?
Sort of. I think I just point the damn thing down, lay something, and go.
Okay, so do you know what the first detent and second detent do?
Nope, I only have the second detent bound.
Okay, that should be the only one you need. First detent is a quick laser blip that gives you ranging information. Well, it's really 4. Your second one is persistent. If I remember that correctly, I'll double check.
Can I not shoot the laser for safe? Let me check. Yep,
Nope.
So I gotta hold it.
Yep. And I would recommend holding it lowable for Hellfires. I've tried doing low owl before, and it's kind of a pain. That's for
Yeah,
if
it's a
you're
pain in
shooting
the ass.
if you're shooting really far out and you have the ability to low owl, like you have more than probably more than 25 seconds of flight time, then you might try low owl.
All right, well, let's give it a shot.
Yep, second detent. That's going to be your laser tracker. On top of that, do you know how to change laser codes and stuff?
Yep. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that from the back seat, so I'm assuming it's the same up here.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to keep it on alpha?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be encountering any conflicts out here. Okay, well, I guess first thing is to see where our local threats are. We are going to be flying quite a ways from wherever we want to go. So let's see here. We have targets to our east, and we have targets down to our south. Neither one of which seem to be major threats. We do have Shilkas down to the south, but we can engage them well outside of their range.
How do we select back onto like FLIR? I think I turned it into fucking TV mode.
There should be an option for that selection. Hang on. The thing I don't like is whenever you go into your controls, it even if you're in the CPG, it doesn't take you to CPG, it takes you to pilot, so you have to select CPG.
Oh, I see it. There's like a little thumb 3 position.
Yeah, it's left hand, TAD, sensor, select switch, TV, and FLIR.
Yep. Now the question is, how do I change from white hot to black hot?
I haven't really messed with that because DCS doesn't really it doesn't model black hot, white hot IR switches very well. I just stick with white hot. Now at nighttime, black hot would be best, but again, since they don't model stuff
So I know how to
correctly,
do it in the. I
it
can do
doesn't
it in
look
the
bright.
backseat. Oh well, whatever. This is good enough. Let's go shoot some shit. We'll figure out the intricacies another day.
Yeah, so I mean, it's also daytime, so obviously day TV is going to have better zoom if you're looking at faraway targets.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, if you find a target and you want to stay locked on it, you hit your LMC, you hit your make sure your WAS your Hellfire, and then blaze, and then fire.
Yep, I got Hellfire's WASD. I'll get them set up how I want.
Okay, let's see. We'll go for the fucking shitstorm to the south.
Yeet. Most importantly, the safety selector switch is now on semi.
Yep, there you go. You know what? No, since we're trying to learn the ropes, I see igloos down there, and fuck those.
Radar. 6 o'clock. Searching.
See all these Tigers, Gas 3308s. This will be juicy enough for us.
Do you use the store/center much?
No, because I haven't really gotten into full understanding of how that works. The way I see it, I think if you see a target that you want to store, you hit your laser first detent to ping it and get a range, and then you hit your store. And I think on top of that, you need to have your waypoint or your acquisition, your TADS acquisition set to waypoints, which is
Okay,
going to
now
look
how
like.
do I slave it to your pinviz? Do I just hit slave?
Yeah, if you have it set to PHS.
Where do I set that?
Acquisition on the
Oh, okay,
TDEC,
pan of the tunnel site.
and it'll say PHS. So yeah, now it should be looking. Yep, now it's looking wherever I look, and there's going to be some latency to it because it is a sensor, obviously. And then you just deslave it, and it'll go back to manual control with the TDEC.
Is there a way to recage the thing?
Regauge what?
Like re-put the TDAC like direct ahead fixed?
Yeah, you just set the acquisition to fixed,
Okay.
and then you hit slave.
Sweet. Alright, let's rock and roll.
Okay. Now it's time for you to teach me something.
Sure.
Adding waypoints.
So the easiest way is if you go to route, or see on the TDAC where it says point?
Yep.
Click point. So there's a couple things you can do. You can either pan the map around a ton and like highlight it that way, but the easiest way is to get the MGRS, say from like the F10 map.
Okay.
Do you have something to write it down quickly on?
No, but can I just put a point on the map? Can I just like click a location on the map and hit add?
Yeah, so hit add, make sure your cursor is on the TDAC screen. So you'll hit add, and then you'll slew it to where you want to add the point, and then hit like enter or depress, whatever the key you have for that, and it'll drop a point there and list it as waypoint whatever.
Okay.
Now if you want to go direct to that waypoint, you go to rel.
Yep.
DIR, and then just type in waypoint 0, way 0, whatever.
Yeah, I remember that part. Okay, let me try the MGRs wait, hang on.
Now you could always add target points and hazard points and all this other shit, but I always add everything as a waypoint. It just makes things simpler when I'm trying to just navigate.
Well, yeah, that's just when you're being fancy.
Yeah, I don't.
You
don't
can
need to fuck with that one.
You can acquire either way. So let's see. I've got just one of the vehicles. 38 Tango. Mike Lima.
And you'll need the whole thing starting at the very beginning. So, for instance, it would be start with like.
Yep. Yep. I've worked with
as,
NGRs a lot.
And there should be, I think it gives you like a 10-digit grid. You only need the first 4 from each segment.
That's not very accurate.
That's accurate within like 3 meters.
It's 10 meter.
Sure.
You do 10 digit, you're
Radar.
accurate down to a
5
meter.
o'clock. Searching.
Yeah, so it only, I mean, there might be a way, but the way I found to do it, it's, yeah, you can only use the 4.
Boo. Army and their fucking 8-digit grids.
Yeah, it's close enough for artillery.
Yes. I don't know, I'm spoiled. I'm used to Air Force where we have 10-digit.
There probably is a way to do it because it seems kind of odd, but that's the way I've found it.
Okay, so I have the coordinates. I need to...
So go back to point, click add. Once you click add, you'll see at the top it says like point underneath that.
What was TG's target? Yeah, we're gonna put
TG's
target.
So the problem is if you add it as a target, then you have to change your tab mode to attack, and that gets rid of your nav points.
Oh. Never mind then. Okay, so I have it set for waypoints.
So up where it says points, click that after you hit add.
Okay, I hit point, I hit add, and I hit WP.
Okay, now look over at your little keyboard.
Yep.
It should say ident, right?
No. Hang on. Oh, it's no. Oh, I think I have to hit ident up here first.
So the
Yep. Okay, I got it. Ident.
Yep. So where it says ident, just don't enter anything. Just hit enter. Then it should say free, right?
Yep.
That's where you would put like your own little nickname for it or whatever. You can leave it blank, or you can put like TRU for truck. You know, whatever you want to target it. You can only be 3 digits though, or 3 letters. So once you've done that, hit enter.
Yep, I got it.
All right. So now you're at the point where you'll actually enter that NGRS. So depending on how, like the Apache's pretty good about auto figuring it out, but sometimes it's wrong. So what I generally do is I just backspace all the way to the very beginning. So just hit the EKS on the thing until you. Yep. Now just enter it from there, starting with that MGRS. So the 49, whatever.
So just so I got 38 Tango, Mike Lima, and then I just put the 4-digit, and then 4-digit.
Yep.
So I just put 8 digits.
Yep. And then you go through the string and hit enter, and the next thing it'll do is it'll take the elevation, and it should automatically estimate the elevation.
Cool. It has DTAD information. That's nice.
Yep.
Okay, so 4, 3, 7, 8, 9, 8, 3, 8. 3956 looks good enough for me. Okay, so that's going to be waypoint 6 then. Route. Right. Okay, that's a problem. I don't see waypoints. I mean, I see them on the map, but it's not giving me an option to select one.
So
route, direct, and then it just says end.
Yeah. So the route on the right side where it says end, that's if you're actually creating a route pack. So like if you want to fly from one waypoint to another. If you want to go just direct to that waypoint, you just hit DIR, and then it'll say point at the top with a question mark.
It does not say that.
If you hit DIR.
Oh, on the left side?
Yeah.
Okay.
So hit DIR, then click point at the top.
Okay.
Now over on your input unit, you just put whiskey 0, whatever that waypoint number was.
Oh, I can't just put 6. Damn it. Whiskey 06, okay. Oh, bam! Ugh! Fucking 79 clicks. Oh, we are not close to the action at all.
Yeah, this might have been the wrong one, but oh well. That gives us time to figure shit out and
Yep.
you to get a handle. But yeah, so that route page, that's where you can do direct functions, but you see how in like waypoint 4 or 5, for example, they have a line drawn between them? If
Yeah.
you wanted to create a route pack, what you could do is go over, so you can create many routes. So right now we're in the alpha flight plan. So what I could do is you should be able to actually see me do this. So I'll create route alpha. It's going to go whiskey 1 through 6, essentially.
Sure. Excuse me.
So you
Well-
see that on there?
No.
Go back to the route page.
Oh, okay.
You see where it now says waypoint 01, waypoint 02, and then end?
Yep.
You would essentially just do that, and you could. This is now the active route. So if we went direct waypoint 1, for instance, it would be there, and it would show the stringer of routes for it.
Okay, interesting. Well,
Yep.
we've got our target, so we're gonna head that direction.
Rock and roll.
It's gonna
Let's
be
do
a
it.
fucking long ass transit.
Better than the one earlier.
Yes.
Well, while you start the transit, I'm gonna go check on the kiddo and grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Roger, copy. There is a mountain here. I'm gonna wonder if I want to go probably south. Okay, so we build more speed, no more torque is a problem. Trim it here. Ooh.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, we're not dead yet.
Nope, out of interest, are you on any of the comms?
No.
You should probably be in some comms, yeah.
Nah, we're in Stoneburger. Nobody's ever even on SRS.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, whatever.
I mean, we should be in the Discord down below, but we're also using Discord for Intercom.
This is true. Just be shitting up the comms.
Hey, yo. The nice thing is this aircraft's what the fuck is it called? The intercom system is actually really good. So like if you actually run scripts, this one's really easy to do.
I'm sure it is, but I don't run scripts.
I only do when I play on that server.
Ooh, that Tad's nasty.
What do you mean?
Just the contrast.
Oh yeah,
It's
I gotta stick with it.
it's so flooded. I should be able to do that on my sites.
Yeah, you've got you've got numbers on your side as well, or little dials by your left knee.
Yep, I got it. They're not functional though? Question mark. Huh.
Focus 1-1. 3 field 1-1. I will check the whole picture.
So, do you know how to operate the chain gun via TDAC or TADS as well?
I think so. Let me test it then.
So you just set the when you WAS the gun, you'll be able to go to acquisition source and set TDAC or TADS, and then from there you'll have to do a quick ping of your laser to get ranging information and then shoot. They should land where you're looking. If they don't, that means it's not set up. Yep. Okay, so it's slaving via your TADS. The gun, unfortunately, is very inaccurate at the moment, though. It's like it's not properly calibrated. The grouping's great, but it's just not in the right position.
Radar. 7 o'clock. Searching.
Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to see where these damn things are headed. Okay, so it's going a little further.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fine. All right, sweet. Yeah, generally, at least when I'm flying, I'll WAS guns and then backseat will WAS, I'll WAS guns, then WAS Hellfire, and then I'll usually be responsible for Zim rockets.
Yeah. I mean, CPG is a really fun part to just do mainly Hellfire from. But, I mean, might work for the pilot to do the gun.
I mean, I like it, number one, having like a human up here, because it feels way more combat effective.
It is.
You know, like earlier when you're giving me turning cues to keep your TADS on target, like that's just fucking sweet.
Yep.
And it's just, you know, you feel more lethal.
And that was why I was asking whether or not you can see where my cue is, because that should also help you to autonomously keep the nose on the cue.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just, you know, it's neat stuff like that, and having two eyes to look out, and, you know, you actually feel like you're doing something in each seat, whereas, you know, like Huey, it's like, oh great, I'm along for the ride.
Yep.
You know, most of them. Now, I'm sure the Rio is probably there too, and now that I have this controller, I might actually try to learn it. Because I've never set foot in the Rio, but the, you know, Tomcat's one of my favorite.
I will say having a human Rio, knowing what the hell they're doing, makes it, just amplifies the experience by a metric shit ton. You're so much more effective. You don't lose lock as often. I know when I had my time flying with Phoenix, he would. One of the things he would do is, as soon as we turned cold from firing some missiles, he would shut his radar off. He would also go into ground stabilized mode, so he can see the targets as they're coming in behind us, and they would not be able to see us via RWR at least.
That's a neat trick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had fun with human Rios, but I've only ever had that like twice. But the Apache, I've seemed to have quite a few people that have wanted to play CPG, so I was like, eh.
Well, I mean, it's because CPG is really fun, so yeah, a lot of people were learning. I decided one morning I was like, screw it, I'm gonna learn how to CPG. Like, using George is fun because he's AI, so he can obviously just find a target for you. And then most of the time you ask him to fire something, he'll do it, but you have to tell him 8 times.
Yeah, and I can't get him to work at all for like low owl shots. He just never wants to shoot.
It's because low owl's bugged.
Oh, is it? Good.
Yeah.
It's coming to the point that we fly so much of this shit that I can't tell anymore what's a bug and what's a feature.
Yep. Allegedly, in one of the last hot fixes, they made it to where George will be able to do low owl, but I'm skeptical.
Can you see me looking back at you?
Your helmet's not moving, but in your mirror you are, which is funny.
Huh.
I can see you looking at me through the mirror, but I can see your player helmet not moving at all.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm staring straight into your eyes. I also noticed that I have NVGs on, which I think is interesting.
You shouldn't have NVGs. CPG, I don't think has NVGs. Pilot does, but CPG has his, well, whatever his thing is, the PNBS, or no, that's a pilot.
Yeah, pilot has the pin disc.
You've got basically your TADS as your night thingy.
Yeah.
Now what you can do, you do have like a night viz on your left panel. And if you flip that up, it'll use your TADS as your basically a pin disc for you.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, it's the same thing back there, except for you get the pin disc.
Yep. So, if you shut that off, you're going to have to select your TADS again. Okay, 9 minutes out. We're making really good time.
11 o'clock. Searching.
Friendly Patriot ahead of us.
Radar. 8 o'clock. Searching.
I love this helicopter.
It is a beaut.
So now to hit a moving target, you essentially just have to slew it manually. There's no like auto track.
Radar.
Yeah, but just know that
Searching.
if you slew it with the linear motion compensator, when you let go of that slew, it'll continue moving. And it'll move as fast as the pressure that you put on it. So it's really easy for you to induce oscillation with it and not be able to get it back on target. So if you slew it to like the left, okay, yeah, you're working with it now. If you slew it to the left, you have to start pushing right to slow it down instead of just having it slew it the opposite direction.
Oh, I see. Yeah, somebody was saying that like they hated the LMC because it drifts like that, and they just raw dog it in. So I might try that.
Well, I would say it is a better option to use the LMC but not slew it at all, because it will stay locked on that piece of ground.
SA-15. 8 o'clock. Searching. Radar. 8 o'clock. Searching.
I'm amazed that we're getting torque calls from here.
Yeah, I'm not even showing them on my TADS. Let me check the ASC. So I'll put ASC to track, program mode, ARM, ASC back.
We're at 96% torque, we're almost hitting 150 knots. Damn, that's nice.
Yeah, just be careful. She's a bitch to slow down with that much torque.
We'll be fine.
I trust you, I trust.
I've only crashed this thing maybe 3 times.
Does that count the times you were shot down?
No. That was, like, controlled flight into terrain.
No, that's fine.
I've been shot a lot of times, surprisingly by fucking tank guns.
Oh yeah, I've been killed way more by either main gun rounds or like the tow missiles off Bradleys than anything else.
Mm-hmm. Which is surprising, because I didn't even think that the AI would use a main gun to shoot a helicopter. Which, I mean, is something cheeky that a human would do. I never thought the AI would be programmed to do it too.
Oh no, dude, they did that. Like when we first got the Hind and we were messing with it, that's what always killed us in the missions.
Main gun, poof! I mean, that's what happens when you're stationary.
Well, so the Hind, you can't even really fight stationary. I mean, you can, but it's not very effective. But we started, like the first mission we did with Hinds, I think Bendy made it, you know, just as normal, and we all just got obliterated by SAMs, which is accurate. And then the next mission, he was like, we'll make it easy for the Hinds so we can showcase them, and he made them, you know, pretty much just main battle tanks with what we were fighting, main battle tanks with BMPs, and the main battle tanks just gunned us out of the air constantly.
I believe it. I was like, what? Why did I die? Damn it!
Oh yeah, dude.
Took a tank round through the face.
Yeah, and you're like rolling through in the hind, so you know they just soak up damage, just hearing little pings, and all of a sudden you hear just a boom, the tail comes off. You're like, oh shit, that was a tank round.
Yep. I will say, I've seen how much torture and abuse the Apache can take. It's actually surprising. Small arms don't really do much to it.
Yeah, I wonder how accurate that is, though.
You'd have to look at the number of Apaches lost in combat.
No, I don't think it's a very high number, but
I'll imagine so.
we've never really taken them to kinetic operations like the Russians have.
Afghanistan.
Yeah, but the surface air threat was so minimal there.
Well, of course.
You just got Dishkas and AK.
As far as I'm tracking, I think we might have used them in Iraq and Syria as well. I don't know.
Oh, we did, but they didn't have much SAM threat there.
Oh yeah,
I guess heavy AAA.
Well, yeah, I guess it's not really a matter of that per se, but more so like threats from technicals and Dishkas.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't remember hearing many get shot down. I know they have, but they're usually like a lucky, you know, golden BB or RPG shot.
Reference Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's what brought down the Black Hawks for RPG-7s, right?
Radar.
Yeah, that's because fucking
Searching.
Al Qaeda went in and trained those guys how to shoot Apache or helicopters down with RPGs.
I was not aware that Al Qaeda had been around that long.
Oh yeah,
I know
okay,
the
early
Taliban's
80s.
been hot. Or I know Taliban's been a hot thing ever since like the 80s, but I didn't know that they were around at roughly the same time.
No, that's why Al Qaeda hated us so much was Gulf War I. Because essentially Osama said, "Hey, we'll bring in the Mujahideen from Afghanistan and we'll fight and suppress the Iraqis that invaded." And Kuwait turned it down, and so did Saudi, and we formed a coalition. So they used that as the justification to hate America.
Right.
So then they started doing like the embassy bombings in Kenya and shit, but they had a heavy presence in Africa, and they actually had like some of their operatives that were later involved on 9/11. They were training the Somalis how to shoot like helicopters down with RPGs.
Makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna need to find a natural valley for us to come into because it looks like they're gonna be on the other side of this hill.
We could go around to the right there. There's like a river. We just follow that around the hill.
Yep. That's what I was looking at. And the clouds are not giving us any favors here.
Nope. I wish there was a way to link my TADs to the helmet, and then I could just look.
You can? The GHS.
GHS.
Yeah, you know how you can slave it via PHS for pilot? They have one for the gunner too.
Oh, so just change that to the acquisition source?
Yep, and then you slave it, and that will look at what you're looking at. And then you deslave it, and it'll stay there.
I guess I will do that.
It's jumping all over the place on my screen.
That's because I was just testing the keybind.
I think I'll come in from... Yeah, that river is flowing the opposite way than what I thought it was. Yeah, we'll come in from the southeast.
Man, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I just want to do this all day.
Well, before this, I was planning on streaming some Carrier Command solo.
I haven't played that one yet. I was looking at Carrier Command and Wolfpack even, but I'm not sure.
Carrier Command is fun.
I just don't have a lot of time. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with it though. Is that Carrier Command, since it's a campaign, you can save it. Even in multiplayer, you can save it. So whoever the host will save their progress, and then whenever they do another session, they'll just start off from where they are and invite people in. We'll start slowing us down here. Where the hell are these mountains in? Jesus Christ. I might just hang out at one of these hilltops or something. It's not like we have major threats. We just kind of should only have small arms here. With terrible ranging.
Yeah, now I'm trying to figure out if there's a cool way to like have the IHADs up and then slave this to that without having to go to the TADS view. But I guess maybe just do it that way. The problem is when the TADS is up, I lose my waypoint queue.
Yep.
Patriot. 1 o'clock. Searching.
Hey, should be in this valley here.
Tally, a whole bunch of trucks in the open.
Yep, those would be it. Slowing us down. Gonna get a little wild here.
Just gonna take a look and make sure there's nothing that's gonna shoot back.
If anything, I think tigers maybe.
Interesting. Some of them are like glowing white hot for me, and the others are just kind of black. I don't even see any tigers. I see mostly Urals and fuel trucks.
Easy targets. So you can train.
Alrighty. Alright. Target acquired. On the way. Rifle. Impact.
Good shack.
Alright, we got a mover.
Yep, since they got hit, they'll probably start moving. Oh, I see all their headlights. Oh, no, those aren't headlights. Those are industrials. They're on full bright.
Fuck,
Yeah.
I keep hitting the wrong button.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there might be some desync or something on our side, because now the TADs are just slewing all over the place.
No, that was just human error because I'm an idiot.
No, I mean, it's been doing that for like the last couple minutes now.
Rifle. This I think is a tiger.
Dodge of 6, passing waypoint 4 at 17.
Impact.
Shack Tiger. Good hit. Yeah, I'm not even seeing your queuing anymore. But I mean, we're getting kills, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Rifle tiger.
Rifle.
Impact.
Good check. Yeah, also, if you notice from the CPG, you can't see whether or not you killed something. Yeah, it'll show up for the pilot, not for the gunner.
Interesting. All right, let's see if I can if I can find targets with TV now.
Yeah, if it sounds like a pain in the ass, it's because it is.
Radar. 11 o'clock. Searching.
Rifle. Truck.
Good kill. I think a JTAC is talking on our stuff here.
Rifle. Truck.
Good kill.
Shack.
Getting the hang of it. Want to try the gun?
Sure. Wasn't gun.
Make sure acquisition set to TADS.
So I think it automatically goes to that. I don't have that as an acquisition source.
Do you have your gun selected?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you should see it as an acquisition source. Shoot your laser to make sure you've got good range on it, and then fire.
Long.
Yeah, I see him hitting there. Re-range.
Radar. 10 o'clock. Searching.
I think I know why. Let me change my range to auto.
I mean, if it's going through the TADS, you use your laser. The auto is more for your
TADS
IHATs.
doesn't. Yeah, the TADS doesn't actually do that though for me. Like I can't select it as my source. I have to keep it fixed.
Yeah, it's a problem then. When you have it, yeah, when you have your gun selected in your weapons page, it should have an acquisition for TADS.
Patriot. 2 o'clock. Searching.
Up Phoenix.
Because when I slew the gun with the TADS, like if I slew it off over here, the gun will actually be pointing like that outside.
With your IHATs or your TADS?
The TADS. Like I just slewed it with the TADS, the gun's pointing over there. Nah, but yeah, it's not hitting. That might be that bug they were talking about.
Yeah, okay, well the gun apparently is not going to be working very well.
At least
Alright.
not for mine.
Swap back to Hellfires, I guess.
Well, Wazing Hellfires, you're on the gun. Rifle.
Patriot. 2 o'clock. Searching.
On station at 45037 for 110 at 9,000.
Good kill.
Dodge 6, pushing from waypoint 6 at 9,000.
Keeping this pretty well hovering. And making us a very juicy target.
Rifle.
Jack?
Roger. Let me see if I can get a low ball shot.
Low owl shot? We're
Yeah, low L, high.
We are way too close for low owl. We'd have to
You
be, yeah, we'd have to be like on the maximum range of Hellfire for it to work. Like I said, you use low owl if you've got, or you'll use low owl in general if you've got a lot of flight time on that Hellfire, so it can be lased later. So like if you have at least 20 seconds of TOF, then you can rifle it, and then once it gets down to 15, then you laze. So it'd have to be something like that. We're only 3.5 clicks out from our target. So low ball is all we can use.
Interesting. I thought the zoom would be better on this thing. I'm in narrow and zoom, but this is as close as it gets on the TADs.
Well, if you're in FLIR, yeah. Like I said, TV is a lot closer.
Yeah. Rifle.
Good check. Yeah, also low owl is primarily used for buddy lasing as well. If somebody else is lasing the target, you just launch it.
Rifle.
Good check.
And rifle.
Can't see from here. How many targets do we have left?
Not too many.
Good check.
Scanning. I don't know how many more I see. There might be. Yeah, here's one.
A lot of dead things down there. A lot of fire.
A rifle.
Good check. That was actually our waypoint that we killed.
Nice. Alright, let's see what else we got. I'm actually going to set something so I can toggle quickly between TV and FLIR.
Yeah. Got 4 missiles left, and yeah, TAD's wigging out for me, so I'm not going to be able to see that very well.
Alright, looking for any more targets. That might be everything.
Okay, check F10 real quick. I'm struggling with this helicopter right now.
Searching.
Yep, they are all dead.
Cool. Remember, reboot in 10 minutes. Well, we got 4 missiles left. I guess we can go over to this next target.
Sure. Let's see how long it's.
It should just be off somewhere to our east. If you wanna...
Yeah, 26 miles, 101. I'll get it programmed in.
Okay, what general direction?
Fly heading of 100 for now. I'll get it plugged in and direct. direct for you.
Copy 100. Fighters in the area.
Patriot. 9 o'clock. Searching.
I guess we'll see how immediately in the area.
Oh wow, we have 1 billion waypoints added. I'll just make it target.
Yeah. Okay. That enemy fighters in the area, but not really.
I don't think they're close to us.
No. It's kind of weird though, tell us that.
I think it tells it in the whole server.
Maybe when it responds new. I mean, it is TTI. I don't know. Hey, Fred. Yep. Well, right now I'm teaching Cover how to be a CPG. I'm flying for him. At least trying to.
Alright, reference for you, T01 is now stored and active.
Copy, I need to set for T01 then. If you can set that for me though. Set direct.
There you go. You are now direct. You'll have to change it to phase to attack on your TAD or your TSD.
Phase. Hang on.
Bottom
Hang on.
button, second from the left.
Got it. Okay, and then select what now?
So see where it says phase?
Yeah, I have it set to attack.
Oh, okay. You'll have to go to show on the top OSBs and then highlight essentially current route, and that'll show you. But you should see the red T01 on there.
I want some show.
Show is the top panel, third button from the left.
Oh, okay, I got it. Okay. Let's see, which one?
Current route, so make sure there's a box around that.
Got it.
Yep, now it should be good.
Still don't see a home plate for it though. I guess it won't.
You don't see T01 in red?
I mean, I'm talking about a home plate for my iHats.
Oh yeah, you won't see that on that, I don't think.
Fuck my life. Alright, I guess I'll just look at the TSD for that.
Although you may be able to sort your acquisition, I'm not sure. You should see it for your iHats though.
Should, but I don't. It's still set for Waypoint 6.
Yeah, see mine shows, oh, because you have to do direct, you still have to change your own nav source.
Yeah, but it's not showing the T02 or T01 or whatever.
Yeah, you won't see that yet.
Okay. How do I fix that?
So go to route and then just hit direct.
And then use the cursor?
Up at the point, click where it says point, the question mark.
Yep.
And then over on your freehand scratch, type T01.
That's a little confusing.
It kind of is, but it's not too bad. You'd think there'd be a way that like our navs would be linked so that what I'm looking at is the exact same thing you're looking at, but I think they kept it separate on purpose.
No, it should work. Because I've selected waypoints for Cap before as a CPG and it showed on his. And yeah. Yeah, so the CPG should be able to do all that. I'm not necessarily too sure. I think it's because there is some general desync, but I am seeing your queue again, so I'm going to check your TADs and see if it's not wigging out anymore. I don't know why it was doing that in the first place.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I knew I was messing with something.
Okay, yep. Yep, TADs is working again. Sweet.
Yeah, I have it slaved, so...
And you also have your LMC on.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yep.
It is, yeah, it's not slave, but you have your LMC on. At least that's what I'm seeing on my side. Oh, you slave it and now it's freaking out. Oh, do you have your slave set to GHS? What do you have your slave set to?
No. My slave is set to GHS.
You have it set to GHS?
No, my slave is. You talking about my acquisition source is fixed.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about whenever you hit slave, what does it slave to?
Fixed position for right now.
Okay. Okay, can you slave it real quick? Okay, when you slave it, it's wigging out a lot. Okay. When you unslave it, it's working. That's weird. Ah, bugs. Gotta love them.
Hey man, I'm still pretty happy with this early access build.
I mean, I am too, but... Yeah, oh, I think I remember that. Yeah, there would be some desync problems if we jump in hot start. Apparently, if you start cold start, it doesn't have any problems, allegedly.
Yeah, I know it's kind of been an issue with the hot start in the past. Bendy jumped into mine one time and it just got screwed.
Yeah, that's why Monday's mission, as soon as I got shot down, I decided I wasn't going to jump in any of the helicopter CPGs because I feel like that would just really fuck up whatever they had going.
I mean, I'm always happy to have to CPG. Even if it just more fun,
sure.
even if it goes to shit.
But I was also incredibly grumpy that day and really did not want to fly PvP, especially having fucking Cap on the opposite side with GRC.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was flying in F-16 that time. Well, that mission was so bugged.
Well, not only that, but I mean, it was just a fucking bloodbath. It's like, well, why even bother flying today? I really wanted to just say I don't want to fly. Because at that point, we're just target dummies for GRC.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, that's what it comes down to. We definitely needed a couple more people on Blue's side. Because I knew exactly what was going to happen. And you were like, no, we need the seed. I was like, yeah, you're in an F-16. I know exactly what you're going to do after you do your seed.
But we didn't even get that far. And we did need the seed.
Yeah, you did your seed, and then Cap proceeded to shoot down Dauber. I knew exactly what the fuck was going to happen.
Well, to be fair, we had used the missiles, and we were out of missiles, and they were in the way of going home to get more missiles.
Right. Well, like I was saying, I knew exactly what was going to happen, and that's why I was saying, no, we need Cap on our side.
Fair enough.
Because if you're in an F-18 without air-to-air missiles, sure. Or an F-16 without air-to-air missiles, sure. But you're in an F-16 that typically comes with air-to-air missiles because you have stations that can't.
The server went down.
Yeah, it was about to restart, I think. And yep.
There it goes.
Yep. So yeah. There you go. CPG.
Well, thanks for showing me that. That was fun.
Yeah. Hopefully, whatever you need to do to make the button configurations more comfortable and easier. It's just kind of what you have to do. I know.
Yeah.
I know the way I learned myself some CPG was I just went single player, because there you can just hit the number 2, and then jump in the CPG.
Yeah, and then just play with it.
Yep.
Oh, I will have to try that. Now I got the basics down at least.
Got how many kills do we have? It'll still show, I think.
Like 10 or 12.
We had 4 missiles left, so yeah, that was 12 kills. 12 shots, 12 kills.
I'll take it, man.
Fantastic. I have not eaten anything at all today, so I think I'm gonna go find out what I want to eat, first of all. And then second of all, eat.
Yep, I'm right there with you, brother. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Yep, see ya.
Later in a day.